Hi guys, how are you? Okay, this is a BTSS video about one of the very important factors when it comes to marketing and sales. There is a big confusion always, which is basically what should a marketing department do and what should a sales department do. The difference between marketing and sales is very thin, and it's a gray area that most of them don't understand what exactly is the purpose of marketing and what is the purpose of sales. Okay, this is a video which will try to explain one small concept inside this so that you can understand the difference between marketing and sales. All right, so let's go into the video. The thing what we are going to see today is about called MQL and SQL, which is the short form for marketing qualified lead and sales qualified lead. All right. So before getting into the subject, marketing is basically pulling an ordinary customer and then creating an attention, creating an interest, and just telling about a product. That's all. You're not going to sell the product to that particular customer. You're going to just think in this way. There is a person going that way. You are just going to do some action, okay, and then the person is going to turn towards you, and you are going to at least do it in a way that he likes it, and he stops and then he walks towards you. Okay, this is the purpose of marketing. You don't have to sell the product, you don't have to tell about the price, you don't have to tell about the nitty-gritties of the product. Your basic work of a marketing team is to create attention, educate the customer, make him an educated prospect, and bring him and give it to the sales team. Okay, now you would understand what this video is going to be. What is going to be is called a marketing qualified lead. There is a stranger. The stranger can be an online person or an offline person or a walk-in customer, or it can be in an event or other places. What we are going to do is we are going to convert that ordinary stranger into a prospect, and then we are going to rank the prospect in a way that we will understand that yes, we have brought a customer, and this particular customer is now interested in the product and services what we are offering. And mainly, yes, he knows the pros and cons of the product or services, and then he is now walking towards the arena where he can make a sale deal. That line is where the marketing stops and the sales begins. Do you guys understand? So how can you take a stranger and then who is a less informed prospect, and then whom we can probably call it as a probable. Okay, a stranger is there, interested person, stranger to interested person to probable, probable to prospect, prospect to saleable. When I say saleable, you can sell your product to them or services to them. Okay, so getting into the subject, what is a marketing qualified lead? This is the main job of the marketing department. Okay, this is the main job where a stranger gets graduated into a prospect, a saleable prospect. Okay, this is a phase where you will have to instill confidence in that particular stranger. First create attention, then instill the confidence that yes, you have come to the right place, don't worry about it, we'll take care of you. This product is not a throwaway product, it's something which is valuable. Create the value proposition. Do you understand? Create the value proposition. Don't sell. I'm not talking about the price yet. I'm not talking about the deals. Yes, I'm not talking about the discounts and things yet. Okay, I am not trying to sell. I am not selling. I'm not trying to sell also. Okay, I am allowing the customer to have a free space of judgment, free space of interest, introspection, and free space where he can work with his inner emotions, and then he can just come. The inner schema of his decision making process is being called for, and that's the main work of a marketing department. Let me give you a small idea. This is not a scientific idea, but this is something which I practically use, and I found it extremely useful. I generally rank a customer, or I generally put marks for my stranger to prospect growth. Example: if a stranger comes in, walks in, and then he talks about a product to you, I would probably rate him in percentages or in points, and then I would say that yes, this particular person knows at least 30% of what I'm doing. Okay, and I would probably rate his interest is around 20-30% of what he wants. He may buy the product today, he may not buy the product today, he may probably buy it next week or month or year or whatever it is. But as a marketer, that is not my interest. My interest is to instill my product inside his brain, so that when there is a decision making process, my product comes at the first. That is the work of the marketer. Okay, and then what happens? If at all there is going to be an inner emotions, if there is going to be a fight between a quality and fight between various options, it is my duty as a marketer to clarify the doubts. Please note, I am not selling. I am clarifying the doubts. I am just taking the weed out of the brain of the customer, and I'm trying to get them to a way where they can walk towards without any confusion. Do if they have a confusion, my duty is to clear the confusion, not selling. And then they walk towards, and the percentages increases, the awareness level increases. I am putting marks for all those things. The awareness level increases to 30 to 40 to 60 to 80 to 90. So when is that, when will we able to see that we will be able to qualify this particular lead, and then we convert the stranger to an informed person, to a probable, and then you put in all the effort, and then you make it into a prospect. So a stranger gets the qualification, and then becomes a prospect, and this qualification and the prospect combined together is called as a marketing qualified lead. MQL, very important. If you are a marketer, please keep in mind MQL is your responsibility. Okay, if MQL is your responsibility, what are the do's and don'ts? Never over communicate. Never over communicate. Don't give everything in the hand of the customer so that he stops asking questions. The curiosity factor is always very important. Allow the customer to participate in the game of education. It's not like you will have to feed them everything that they want. You create a gap, and make sure the gap is very small, and make sure the gap is properly stigmatized in a way that the curiosity jumps, and then that converts it into a question, and question comes to us, and then you fill in the very small gap which you purposefully left. Never under communicate also, because if you are going to under communicate, what happens is that the interest factor goes away. Once you get the attention, always keep the messages as simple as possible, just like a conversation. Don't overdo it. Absolutely sure that you know more about the products and services which you offer than the customer. Never show off. Never use jargons. Never use all the technological bombarding jargons, and then like create an inferiority complex inside the customer, saying that hey, you don't know anything. I am the boss. I am the only one who can teach you everything. This is the product which can change your life. Absolutely not. There may be a situation where as a company you may have probably taken this as a go-to marketing strategy, but if that is so, it can only for creating the attention. It can work during the advertising phase. Please remember, advertising is not the full of marketing. Advertising is just one piece of marketing. All right, so and then what happens is, it if at all you are going to communicate, don't work on all the creative gimmicks that generally goes on with the new age marketing things, in the name of creating a differential appearance, in the name of creating a differential personal USP. Nowadays the clarity of communication goes into a different mode. Okay, we can call a lot of examples which are coming in the media. Okay, but don't take that's the way, that's creation of attention. If at all there is going to be a advertisement which creates a completely crazy things, you remember the brand name, but that will not make you buy. That's for getting your attention. Once the attention is sought, then they will get into the schematic simple communication where they give you all the details which will enable you to go to the next phase, which will enable you to become a MQL, marketing qualified lead. Everybody is a prospect, everybody is a MQL for some product and services, and then we become an SQL, and then the company or sells their product or sales. Never bring multiple product line or hierarchy all in the same discussion. This is a mistake which every marketer, most of the marketer does, just to give a feeling that the company which they are dealing with is a very big company. They bombard you with products. We have this, we have that, we have this, we have that, we have this, we have no. You know exactly, very clearly, what is the need of the particular customer, what is he looking for. If at all he is not looking for, don't again bombard everything with what you have. Ask straightforward questions and then narrow down what he wants. And if you are able to understand what he wants, stick to your marketing communication only to what he is looking for. Filter the client persona as easily as possible in the stage of movement, because let's say 10 people, 10 strangers come in, and then 8 probable, and then let's say 4 prospect. So now you know that out of 10, 4 is your target audience. So this will give you an understanding, and this will give you a very good reasoning, and very important factor, that you can spend the time with this 4, because the conversion rate of this 4 will be very efficient if you can push it towards the SQL, sales qualified lead. Okay, so never talk about pricing, never talk about discounts, never try to sell the product. That's with the counter guy, that's with the sales department. He knows exactly how to convert the MQL, take it into SQL stage, and then close the deal. Okay, it's not the marketer's job. Okay, lastly, never abuse customers. Never, whatsoever may be the case, never abuse customers. Okay, second, never ill-treat the competitors which are also in the same stage. This is what the customer requires. He is not expecting you to badmouth the brand and then you say that we are the best. He is here to understand what you are offering, what they are offering, and then this what I want, is this what is the other one which I want. He has not yet finalized that he will buy with you. Do you understand? In the MQL stage, don't ever talk about don't ever badmouth competitors. He is not your customers yet. So once you qualified everything, and once you think that, okay, now I think this person is ready for SQL stage. Okay, if you think that like whatever that I'm talking about right now is too much for you to understand, don't worry about it. I have given a very clean, very neat, and very short and crisp presentation. I have given the link in this description. It's in the slide share. It's a free download. Have a download it, take a printout. If you're a marketer, take a printout, take the MQL slide, put it in front of you. Always read it. Every day read it. You will know what you are supposed to do. You will know what you are not supposed to do. If you're a sales guy, take the SQL printout and then put it in front of you. Read it every day. Just understand what you are supposed to do. Just understand what you are not supposed to do. Okay, now we are getting back to a place where we took a stranger, we gave all the information, made them into an informed customer, then made him into a probable, then made him into a prospect, and now we are saying that all my rankings system and my point system says that he is a most definite prospect, and then I'm pushing it to the sales team, and this is where the SQL comes in. SQL is basically the output of MQL, okay, and then this person is a sales qualified lead, so which means that he knows about the product, he knows what he is doing, he has already put in mind that yes, I'm going to buy it. It is only a factor whether it is going to be a product A, or product B, or product C. It's going to be brand A, brand B, brand C. So in this particular stage, this is the stage where all you need to do is the last bit of maneuvering, walking the last mile. Here comes the sales part. Okay, this is the stage where you have to make the prospect into a customer or a client. Okay, but what this means, don't rush. What this means, don't rush. He is not going to go back, because you know that he's an SQL, he's a sales qualified person. He is in the process of making the decision. Allow him to use that time. Allow him to use that time. And I'll give you a small tip, very, very important tip. It always worked for me. I hope it works for you also. I will not move my first card. I will always try to push the client indirectly so that he takes the first step for the closure. He takes the first step for the closure. If that happens, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, 50% of the sale is already over. Okay, keep the sales pitch as short and crisp as possible. Okay, never bombard the price to the customer unless he asks for it. Okay, unless he asks for it. See, most of the times, we as a customer, we would have experienced the same thing. We walk into a shop, or we use a product, or we use, immediately what happens is that the person says that okay, this is 10,000, this is 5,000, this is 1,000, this is what it is, but we don't, the person doesn't even acknowledge your presence, and he doesn't even acknowledge your expertise in that particular field, and he tries to explain what it is. Okay, if you sit for a bit, and then if you recollect what are all the products that you bought, can be a television, can be a refrigerator, can be a washing machine, just think how exactly the sales guy made you to buy that product. You would know that subconsciously this is what he would have done. I'm going to tell you the sales mantra which will give you the best success rate as possible. Okay, he would have been very polite, he would have been very straightforward, he would be a very slow speaking guy, he would be generally saying facts which are something which you already know, and he will also add one or two bit of information, but he will explain every bit of information, and he would never try to sell or never try to bring in the numbers when he is trying to explain the features. Okay, and he would have been a guy who would have never showed desperation. He would not say, sir, please buy this product, please. No. Okay, while talking about the SQL, this, think about it, everybody, including me, including you, everybody, we buy products and services every day. Okay, while taking the SQL, they make sure that the points and ratings that that marketing team has actually given, is in your mind. Sometimes you will notice that some salespeople, okay, without even you asking the question, okay, they will exactly answer, and you will be surprised. You will be like, oh my god, this is exactly what I wanted to know. This is the question which I have in mind for a very long time. I'm so happy that somebody is answering this question without even me asking you. This is not because the sales guy is a magician. No, he has taken the points and notes from the marketing team, and he knows what you are expecting for the last walking the last mile, and he is just presenting the gap, he is just filling the gap, and then comes the last bit, which is closing of the lead. Okay, and this is where, if you are a very smart, very smart business person, if you are a very smart sales guy, okay, if you feel that instead of your brand, the customer is hesitant and to your brand, and he is indirectly making up his mind for buying the other brand, okay, do not walk away. Do not walk away from the deal. Do not walk away and say, it's okay, sir, it's your decision. Fine, perfectly fine. No, try to engage with the customer. Try to engage with the customer and push them back to the MQL stage. Make them, instead of an SQL, push them back as a 60% MQL, or prospect stage, and then bring in a marketer who will in turn provide more information, okay, more information, delay the process of sales, so that the customer gets a feeling that, okay, he has been given a fair chance, he has been given a fair time, he has been given a fair representation of the brand, and most importantly, you did not push them with desperation and made the entire process awkward. So I hope this video is very important, very informative for you, because it's very important for a startup business owner. Where you are a marketer, you are a salesperson, anybody for that matter. To be very honest, this is MQL and SQL we are doing without even knowing MQL and SQL for all our life. Sometimes we are doing it, making others, our customers, believers, whether it is going to be religious, business, professional, everybody needs, politicians, everybody use MQL, SQL concepts without even we knowing it. But think about a situation, if you know about it, if you schematically, scientifically, professionally apply to it on a daily basis. Initially it will be very tough. Example I will tell you. If the process of conversion from a stranger to a prospect to an SQL is, let's say, 5 minutes, if you meticulously plan it in a way, to start with, it will become 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So there will be an increase in the time, there will be an increase in the understanding, okay, but you will be surprised to see the conversion level. Earlier, if you would have been doing a 20-30% conversion of your leads, of your cold calls, of your random leads which are coming in, you will be doing at least 50-60% of it. I can assure you there will be a double in what you are doing it. If you are into telecalling, if you are into a target based activity, if you are a startup owner who is working towards the target, increasing the sales, increasing the bottom line, increasing the total turnover and other things, please make sure MQL, SQL is properly understood. All right. So if you want much more in-depth advanced training on MQL and SQL, please contact me. We are available for training, your team. We do online and offline training also. So MQL, SQL, how a marketing team can become efficient, how a marketing team can efficiently convert the leads which they get, qualify it, and then send it back to the sales team, and then sales receiving it, and then converting it, how we can make the sales team effective and efficient, and how to increase the conversion ratio. This is the proper training module which we are working on. Okay, we have done training for a large number of people, and big corporates to small startups to uh, founders, coaching leadership. One of the papers in coaching leadership segment. So if you are looking for a helping hand, feel free, just email us. We will immediately contact you back. All right, so I hope this video is useful for you. In case you have any doubts, in case you want us to give you a training, it can be one person, it can be 10%, it can be 100,000, anybody. No, not a problem. We do training online and offline. Okay, so that's all in this video. I hope this video is useful, and I hope you guys enjoyed just the way that I enjoyed presenting it to you. You sit back, relax. All the information would have been already with you. If you want, you can have the presentation in the download. Take a printout, put it in front of you, and have a wonderful day of business. I will see you in the next video. Until then, thank you so much. Satish Sampath signing off. Take care.